Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is the Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games in a hunt for the best score of the Decathlon. If you like what you see, remember that like button. You want to see more? Hit subscribe. Let the games begin. This is Motorsport Manager. We're on the Fire Fantasy mod 2019, and it's episode number 4. So this is an F1 mod. If you haven't checked out the previous episodes, make sure you go back and watch from the beginning, as we're 4 parts into this series. And we are in a position where we wish we were as bad as Williams. Because we are way off the pace as we've started from F1 with the team from scratch. But we're making some quick progress, so we'll see how quickly we can catch up to the back end of the field. We were dead last in virtually everything. Staff now, 8th. That's better. Sponsors, hey, 9th. We're moving up in the world. Apparently, we're ahead of Mercedes at this point. Pit crew, 11th. We're ahead of Alpine. It's all working the right direction as we just came off of the last race. Of course, we are dead last through the first 2 races. A lot of work to do, but we've still got a couple weeks till the next one. Here's the work in progress right now. We've got scouting. Haley Deegan will be done in a couple days. Ironically, I just was watching a pit lane interview pre-race with Haley Deegan, of all people, featuring on that. Is marketable, and I'm looking for a second driver who's high marketability. I don't care about skill. I'm looking for a first driver who's got a little bit of skill and some decent marketability, but we need that sponsorship money to keep things moving forward. We're definitely going to focus on one car and one car only for a while anyway, until we can get somewhat competitive, and then we'll start focusing on having 2 quality cars. That second car, they'll just kind of get hand-me-downs from the first car as we make more upgrades, getting better and better. But I don't need a good driver in that. I don't actually necessarily need a good first driver either, but we need to not be in last place so we don't get relegated. So for that, yeah, I kind of need somebody who's going to score a point at some point in time in this season. Factory Design Center, 15 weeks left on those, 9 days left on design for a new gearbox, and we've got improvements to the car that'll be done here in about a week and a half. So let's start with the scouting that we just finished up. We now have Ocon, Schumacher, Russell, and then a few others that we've picked up. So let's see kind of what we have. Marketability especially. 70% on Ocon. No. That's within the team. So let's go back. Hamilton, yeah, of course, would be fantastic, but yeah, good luck with us. That actually isn't the end of the world, though, to bring in Ocon. 75% for Mick Schumacher. Definitely okay-ish driver. Russell should be better than that. Should not have Daniel Ricciardo's face that still has the issues with that. So they got things a little screwed up on lining pictures up 15%, so no. Siljevic, not happening. Tara Gillen, 51%. I'm sure that's the marketability going up. 51% is not enough, though. Adric Williams, that's temporary, so that will go away. Alright, so we need to find somebody new. Try to find somebody who's going to cost us nothing. So let's go with the young drivers and try to find somebody with a little bit of talent in here somewhere. It's usually pretty clear when they're not good. David Schumacher should have the high marketability, but even Mick doesn't have one that high. Enzo, I mean, come on. Vesti, there's some talent there. What about no. Okay, Cohen's got a little bit of talent here, but what kind of marketability would they have? I don't know. Courtney Crone, actually a decent amount of talent there. Americans always higher marketability. The women are always higher marketability these days. It should be. Alright, so we'll start scouting there. And pit crew review. Give me so. There you go. Alright, now we have some decent crew members to start bringing in. And I'm tempted to bring in this entire group. I think it'll cost me about $1 million to sign them all on, but no, it won't actually. Just $5,000 cost of a single race. Good pit crew makes a big difference. These kind of rates, there's no point even bothering seeing where they fit. They are better than what I have, and would seem like it'll be easy to hire and fire as we go along and get better. So, tires, definitely. Let's see, we have a 16 is now the next best. Not quite there yet, but much better, much better. Alright, front and rear jack are going to be the next most important. So we have front jack that's an 88. We have a rear jack that's a 19, but a 65 right now. Well, considering the drop-off's only a 74, we'll take the risk here this week. There you go, just like that, we're down to 2.4 seconds and fourth best on the grid. And then I haven't even bothered changing the fixing group. What do we have here? That's what you're here for. And one more. That's gonna be you. And we've got the best pit crew in just a matter of a few weeks. And this is still something I very much want to correct. Now, the worst of these guys, as in all four of these ones, are gone right away. They'll stick around a little bit longer. They may have some use, but fire, fire. We'll keep that one around for now. But with very little cost to us, we just got drastically better with our pit crew. Very, very, very happy about that. Sergio Perez was hit by Gisela Sus during the race. Do you have a message for the German driver? Maybe Perez will be willing to sign with us if I go for this. And no. Yeah, I'm not worried about that anyway. She's going to get replaced pretty soon. But yeah, she's not happy that I backed him on that one. Yeah, there you go. Our fastest pit time was 4 seconds, essentially. And now we can go 2.4. Ooh. pit blunder gives the win from Bottas to Verstappen, apparently. Was to blame for that. Okay, this was our scouting report. That was George Russell that we just had finished. Which is insane because he is immensely talented with a great future. Marketability at 72%. And 25 of that's going away. That's unfortunate. So no, we will not be signing George Russell as our number one. Still searching for a number one. At this point, it could end up being Ocon that we go after for that job. But apparently we wait a little bit longer, that department. Okay, we'll have a new sponsorship deal coming up soon. Oh, hello, hello. Oh, okay, okay. Now, are you you're not our reserve driver, are you? No. Okay, Haley Deegan. Yeah, I got the low quality. She's nowhere near the level. This was more about... Wow, actually, that's quite a bit of quality, all things considered, and a decent amount of marketability, and would probably be pretty cheap. That's a candidate for second driver. Okay, doesn't care about status, that's good, because it would definitely be number 2 driver. So wages are fairly important. What's her max in, though? 500,000 per race, and if we bring that down, 400,000 per race is still not that bad. Okay, long contract. We could always cancel. We could always just buy them off at some point. You don't mind who pays the buyout. It's not a big one, but if we go even split, you're happy. A sign-on fee, and isn't important. Well, why don't we go for podium only bonus, and tiny bonus at that. You want a sign-on fee, but you don't care what the size is. What's the max here? 600,000. So split that, go halfway. So that's the fees. That's not a big deal. That's a pretty small amount of money. This is the one that I'm more worried about. What was the minimum? 168. The high end was 506. So 371 is really pushing it. But we'll try. We'll try. That's decent marketability. We're definitely talking about a cheaper end racer for what we'll get there. I mean, look at this. This driver here and here is making 625,000 per race at the Formula 3 level. This Braun driver, same thing, 625. Formula 2 driver making 400,000. So yeah, if we could get her signed on that cheap, that would be something. Correa, actually. Ooh. We do have a slot. Correa, how... Really? Correa is one of the top drivers in Formula 2 right now as a rookie in there. And you've got him rated that low. Okay, there's a decent amount of talent right there. I have no idea who this driver is, but we'll go ahead and scout them. Wow, somehow Lando Norris is only making $300,000. Not sure how they've managed to get that deal, but that's what we're trying to get at least. Let's get into that car. I know we got a part almost done, but yeah, those are good now. There's other parts that need some work. Like brakes, we could use brakes that are a bit more reliable than that right now. The current gearbox could use some work. It's only a difference of 1 here. Okay. I think that's good. Continue on. Alright, that should be gearbox finished. It is. It's only at 48% though. You can see we're inching our way up. But our car is absolute garbage right now. We are so far off the pace. So we need to get right back into design, and I'm not even sure if that one we just pulled is going to be very good, but we'll see. What is max 30? We can't even unlock that, and can't really get anything else. Well, there's 40. But is that what we've already created? I need to go and look at the one that just came out. No. 394, 443, cancel. Let's see what we just got. Gearbox. No, it's definitely not that. Okay. But that is already a big step up. I don't necessarily need another gearbox immediately, especially when it's going to take some work. Brakes are quick. That engine's going to have a big impact though. The engine's not going to take too long either. That's ridiculous though. Plus 10? Still better than what we've got, but come on now. Okay, well there's a plus 40 on the next rendition, so we'll spend some money on that. We need that plus 40. That'll give us plus 50 overall, and that'll be decent, I suppose. So this gearbox. This is going to go on the second car, but second car is second car. It'll go on the first car this time though, because at 49%, I'm not sure this one is going to really belong on there. That'll be done 2 days before the race. Then we'll switch over to that gearbox. We'll cut it down though. 1 day before, sure. Ooh, okay. A few saw what I just saw. You know why I'm oohing. Contract offer accepted. Now, this is the better driver, so we'll get rid of Seuss, who, whined and cried. But Deegan's going to go down as second driver, not first. So we're going to be... We're going to do... Let's see, how do we switch this? We're in drivers. We want... Oh, I forgot how to switch this. Oh, whatever, it doesn't matter. Let's go and sign. Alright, so in all, $500,000. That is not a big cost. 370,000 per race. Yeah, that's a little bit of an expense, but that is really not that bad for Formula One at all. And she'll come in with good marketability and is at least a decent driver, and far better, of course, than the reserves that she just stepped up to replace. And that's going to help the marketability of the team considerably. And of course, eventually she will have to be replaced. I mean, the quality is not there. Not too bad of a driver, but that's going to be a big boost to us on the financial side. And we need to maintain that while we try to build a car as rapidly as possible. F2, round 2 in Sydney. Anthony Davidson takes the win. Pagenaud takes second. Lauderer is third. Lauderer leads the championship by 1 point right now. Tight contest for the top 3. Nico Rosberg. Wow, look at that. Now our pit crew, top ranked. Our drivers, well, we're still at the bottom, but coming along. We'll have feedback on Strzok in 8 days. Down to 13 weeks. 2 days on an engine. 3 days on those performance enhancements. Alright, bit of mail there. Donison, okay. Alright, now it was that second engine that I was looking forward to most of all, that top speed plus 40. And that's instant impact plus 40. That's not to max. That's to current. And that'll be the last engine for a little bit. The reliability hurts, but it's minus 20, but also a plus 10, so at least we're still 59%. It won't take much to get that into one of the cars. But it's going to take a bit longer to make that one. No way. Not happening. Spa-Francorchamps not going anywhere. Even if I can't drive it myself in F1 because Eau Rouge is insanely difficult, at least in the F1 2018 game. Haven't raced it in 2019 just yet. And actually, as I'm recording this, I'm literally 1 day prior to release of that game. Intentionally here, I'm trying to get some recording done before the release so I can, record a new episode, new content. We have another question. Really? Eddie Irvine, much in favor of introducing the change. Are you, Eddie? I don't want to diss on Eddie Irvine, but there you go. Alright, performance work done. I knew that was coming, but it also gave us a little bit more there for half a day. And at 64%, I'm now tempted to put that part on the car because, well, the next one is at 70, or we're looking at 89, and that's good because it's only one behind here, but 64 is a bit of a risk. Gearbox, that could definitely fail, but we're looking at an improvement of 41 to take that risk. And actually, really, I'm not. My race is going to be all about surviving anyway. So I might keep the old one on the car for now. I don't know. But we'll start improving that. Now at 413, it'll be a huge step up. Okay. Oh, really? One offer and one offer. Well, we'll see how good they are. Both of these offers came out before signing Deegan, so we still had that 0% marketability, which means these are probably going to be crap offers. And yes, it is. That's only a 2-race deal, though, and 18th or above, probably not going to happen. 6 races, that's one I don't want to sign. That's long term, but 2 races, for one thing, one of those races is already going to go by this weekend without a new deal being offered. I might as well. It's worth a shot. We're not going to qualify above 18th, but if enough drivers retire during the race, we could potentially finish that high. I mean, how many is it going to take for us to be 18th and 19th? You got 20, 21, 22, 23, 25 drivers to retire from the race. It could happen. Got another one expiring also. Oh, we already have a 19th or above. That's better. Well, we'll take that one then. I mean, we did get 18th in Sydney for that exact reason. Alright, now we are not going to need much qualifying, as we are definitely not getting out of the first round. And then we're looking at what you need for the race being just about that. So there you go. We are definitely changing some things. We're going to give every good part to Haley Deegan for now, as this is a huge upgrade from Kubel. So every better part going to Deegan. Is it a risk worth taking? We might as well. Might as well. We'll keep you on this one, though. It's one worse, but 19% better on the reliability. Okay, so we're still 23rd and 24th. No change to that. But how much closer will Deegan be, both as a driver and with slight improvements to the car this week over last week? Well, we'll find out. We're gonna make practice happen as quickly as possible, and of course qualifying is gonna be quick and easy, as will be 23rd and 24th. I will have to try to push the race pace a little bit in this episode, as well, we're already half an hour in, and we're just now heading into the race weekend. But that was a big 2 weeks as we got our first driver signed to the team. We got a new engine, we got a new gearbox. Coming along. We're definitely coming along. We got a new sponsor. Our marketability went up by 30% overall. Feedback, pretty weak for Deegan, but a lot better than where we were before. Okay, oh gosh, I did not catch what the length of the race was. Wow, that's very set at 49.51. 38.40 seems like a lot of laps. The Ultra Sauce actually can last a good while too. I mean, we can get a good 20 laps out of those. I can't go back out. I forgot to check what the race length was going to be. Well, we're talking about a massive drop in speed for the hard tire. The soft and the ultras, there's a full star between them, but there's almost 2 full stars in durability. And you can see we're talking about like double the laps on the soft. So let's go ahead and go with the soft compound. Get that bonus. And there's not a massive difference between soft and hard tire compound, but there's a big speed. Ooh, handling, okay. Handling. Gonna need some help. Now, if your handling needs to really be that far over, I'm guessing that Deegan's got to be somewhere in that direction anyway. So we'll start you over there. Oh, race trim. We need that race trim. Bonus is really hard to come by on this mod. According to the mini-map, you'd think our numbers are officially 23 and 24. Because that's where we're going to be all season long. If we are there all season long, we're going to get relegated to F2 next season. So hopefully we find some pace at some point. All right, downforce is poor. That's good. We'll go cheap on that because these changes are expensive. 15 seconds to make the adjustments. Unlike in the game, it takes a lot longer to make adjustments. So you get less time. Less chances to get it right. Okay, downforce. Handling was great, and that's good. Do the same thing here. And this is why it's so hard to get the bonuses. But of course, that setup's going to make a bigger impact than those bonuses. Well, really, all of it makes a pretty big impact. Alright, we got to okay. So we're going the right direction. Definitely going to need more. Still quite a bit. Now we went from good to good, so it's hard to say whether that was better or not. But we did go from good to great, so we're trending in the right direction here, so we'll stick with just that for a change. I'm going to go a little bit more. There we go. %, Kubel, looking a little bit better. Now the handling was excellent, so we very happy with that product. And again, good and good, so hard to say if things worked out or not. "45 seconds. Okay, handling just okay, so handling went the wrong direction, but we are up to 91%. We need to go back. That was good. There. That might be great. We need to go a little bit further because we're also going to need to come back a bit. There you go. That can do it. Let's get you out there for a longer run. We will bring you in again before the end, though. Just to be sure we got it right. Oh, nice. Okay. Kubel's good to go. 98%. Long run. Looks like tire heating wise, just running neutral will cool the tires somewhat. That's always a good thing. It's nicer to have to push to keep the heat in them, as opposed to drive slow. Hey, bonus level 1. Alright, Deegan. Double check that everything's okay. Yeah, see, we're still 7 seconds off the pace. Of course, we are running race pace right now, but still. I mean, we're 3 seconds slower than the next car. 3 seconds a lap. 3.5 seconds a lap. Kubel, I'm not even sure how far Kubel is behind. Okay, just about there. 98%, that'll do. That'll do. No change, no change. Let's just go 12 laps, get back out there. Yeah, Kubel a full second behind Deegan. So that small number of part differences plus driver quality equal 1 second per lap impact. So I'm closer to the field by a second now. Well, we can see we're still a long ways off. How much of that second is Deegan and how much of that second is the car? I'm sure it's a little bit of both. Deegan's going to be on the lower end of the 24 drivers in the field, or the 22 drivers in the field that are not on our team, with Kubel, of course, being the worst driver out there by far. We only managed to pull in double bonuses during the session, so we never even got all the way up to triple bonus, even in one category. But that was to be expected. They've definitely changed it. They made it harder. They've made it more valuable. Nice little go-kart track. Okay, we're going to be in the back too, so I'm not even going to bother going out there. We're just going to simulate. You'll see us at the bottom. No matter what we do, we're going to be the slowest two cars. Vettel fastest in Q1 over Hamilton and Bottas. And as expected, we're the slowest two cars. Deegan, 6.8 off the pace, almost a full second between them at their fastest pace. But yeah, we're still 3 seconds slower than Jean-Eric Verne. So it's going to be another rough day. So yes, this race will be happening mostly at a ×12. There's not much action to get in the race itself besides following the race at the front. So right now, the 2 weeks in between, which is why I recorded that part, that's going to be more than half of the episode itself, because finding the pace is going to take us a fair few races. But if we pick up another driver, quality driver, Ocon's definitely a bit better than Deegan. We're not going to be able to go out and afford somebody crazy expensive. Hey, at least Albon's right. Yeah. Kubica's right. Hamilton fastest in Q2 as Mercedes turns up the engine mode. And this time they'll, of course, hit their party mode. Actually, it would be nice if this game had that. By the way, very quick topic of conversation as we speed through here. Hamilton fastest before they go out the second time. Bottas fastest in all three sectors and puts together a fantastic lap to take the pole over Leclerc, and then Hamilton starting on the second row alongside Sebastian Vettel. Interesting. Recent move by Liberty Media has now permitted a lot more leeway of their license to games. Codemasters, of course, had the official F1 license, and they were using that for the F1 game, but it was very locked in. And again, we're 1 day before the release of that game, but some content is already making its way out there, and we are beginning to see what that's going to include. Ooh, car setup. How many? Oh, come on. What is... I don't know how many races this is. How many laps this is. Still don't have that. Well, we'll put on the soft iron. We'll figure it out. I'm definitely running that. There it is. 64 laps. Oh boy, 32. Yeah. Okay, we could do that. We could do 32 laps. Make it a one-stopper. Then again, it'll probably be something different. Ooh, you are gonna have a bit harder time making it to there. Okay, driver strategy. We'll push. See if we can't take a place off the line. Here we go. We're gonna go racing. Let's just jump straight into it, and we'll watch down the lane. 5 red lights, and we go racing, and we do get a start. A good start. Hailie Deegan takes one position already, and she gets to the inside 3 wide with the Williams and gets past them as well, and she's all the way up into P16 off the line and looking for more as she makes a move temporarily up into P15, but she's on the outside here, and that's going to put her back in P16. But that is a fantastic start as she goes down the middle 3 wide, again looking to go P15. Takes the inside track here and could complete it. No, not quite. Not quite. And now potentially caught on the outside. Down to P17, but that was still a fantastic start. Even Kumel is in P23. And we've got all these guys on the hard compound that are going to be a little bit slower. How long can we stay competitive? Well, I'd give us about 1 lap. But we're coming up on the end of 1 lap, and already Deegan hanging on, P18, as, there we go, the lack of engine power, lack of gearbox to get the acceleration, and we drop to 21st. Kubel down to 24th. Kubel, go ahead and just chill now. And Deegan with the toothpaste Williams going past. Still fighting for position here with George Russell. And Deegan's down to 22nd. 1 car left to get past, and then we'll start speeding things up and turn our attention to the race at the front. Wow, so those tires actually cool off pretty quick. And Deegan down to 23rd as Stoffel Van Dorn gets past. That would be in the Manor racing team. So the Manor car. Already we have Sergio Perez with... Where'd you go? Perez! Can I lock onto you for a second? There we go. He's got damage and had some sort of drive-through penalty, it looks like, because he's still damaged, so he did not pit. And we're back up out of last place, at least temporarily. But he'll come up quick on us. He was only just behind. We'll likely pit again. Hamilton has moved up into P2 behind Valtteri Bottas, but we're going to start going at times 4 speed at least for the next little while. Bottas was quick off the line. He's already got 4 seconds. Hamilton got around Leclerc all the way down to P6, so he had a very slow start. But Hamilton and Vettel each move up a spot. Ricciardo in the Renault all the way up into P4. Great job by him, even though it is his former teammate showing their face there, but Ricciardo's showing a 10 on the form at the moment. Lance Stroll with a problem, and he's picked up a drive-through penalty for causing a collision. He's also got a problem, so somebody who is prone to mistakes has the face of somebody who is prone to mistakes. Serving his penalty right now, he's got, he had flat spotted as well as he had a puncture and had to repair that puncture, and he still got his penalty to serve, so he's going to be stopping the second time. Right now, 20 seconds behind already for Lance Stroll, and still with the penalty to serve. We'll see if he serves it this time as he comes around. Final corner now, heading to the front straight, and yes, here we go. Lance Stroll in the racing point. Serves his drive-through, comes back out, and is now another 10 seconds behind. 30 seconds behind Kubel. Kubel already about 6 seconds. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Got distracted. Forgot you guys existed. My bad. Cool those tires down. But Deegan much faster than Kubel, already 6 seconds clear on lap 7. So about a second a lap faster than the teammate. Van Dorn, just 8 seconds ahead. So race pace wise, maybe we're only about a second slower. That's better. That's better. We're getting there. Basically, we've cut the gap in half. We went from 2 seconds a lap slower to 1 second a lap slower than the back of the field. Of course, Deegan's not going to suddenly be moved up again. Lando Norris with a problem. After colliding with Nico Hülkenberg, has a problem. The tires are completely gone, and Norris is going backwards and fast and serving a penalty. Fixing parts on the car. Norris, it's a long stop. Norris back out on track. 16 seconds behind Lance Stroll. So, 21st, 22nd. No DNFs yet, but we're up there. Just 10 seconds back of Van Dorn. And up to 9-second gap with our teammate. So, we're not competitive yet, but we're getting closer. And look, we don't have a 23 and 24 by our numbers. We've got 21, 22. So, yay! Woo! All right. Bottas still in the lead. Hamilton 7 seconds behind now, so dropping back. Not too far behind Hamilton. Ricciardo's still up in P4 with Verstappen, Leclerc, Raikkonen. Perez now with a problem under investigation. Another one colliding with George Russell. And has a flat, apparently, and is driving slow, making their way back. And they've still got a good long ways to get there. And yes, there you go. No penalty, though? No sign of a penalty for Perez, just the flat tire. Just a puncture to deal with as they head into the pits. Deegan had already gone by, and now Kubl's gone by as well. Stroll's gone back around Kubel. There's Kubel behind. So making his way back up. But Deegan ahead for now. And you've got Stroll, Norris, and Perez behind. We're in 20th. Gasly pitting already. So this is good. Why have you not cooled off? Tires? Why have you not cooled off? You're burning way too quick through those. Alright, we're going to go even faster for a little bit. Alright, it's a little easier if you zoom out when we're going crazy speed. There we go. Now tires starting to come back into a happy range. Push. Change that. Push. A little bit further to go on that. Why don't we drop down for a moment? There you go. Now you're in the happy zone. Alright, so Stroll's gone by, Norris has gone by, back down to 22nd, 23rd, but hey, we're not in last place, but it's all not about race pace. It's just because of collisions, and unfortunately none of those cars are out of the race. We're on lap 19. Vettel now in the lead over Hamilton. Bottas, who pit, has just repassed. No, Vettel just pit as well. Leclerc just behind Bottas. Bottas now within a second of the leader Hamilton, but not able to get by just yet. So when Hamilton does pit, Bottas will definitely inherit the lead, and actually just did. Hamilton pits, so we're back to Bottas now, Vettel and Hamilton. 1, 2, 3. And you back down. We're gonna have to pit soon, and we're well short on the laps. And due to my mistake of letting their tires run hot for a very long time. Yeah, Haley Deegan now, worn tires. Still at 30% though, we don't need to pit just yet. Kubel hitting that mark as well. 20% is the worrying point, so we want to pit before then. And we're coming up on that now, so let's go ahead and pit Deegan, but we're still well short of where we need to be. I could either go on the hards and keep it a one-stopper and go the whole race distance, or I can come out on another set of softs, see how the race is going, repair parts at the end if need be and save that time so we can get a little bit of quicker into some other work. And that's probably going to be the way to go. Or put on the ultras for one last stop, second stop, and maybe beat somebody in this race. We'll see. But Deegan heads into the pits. It's a good stop. And she's out 2.7 seconds. So that was so much better. So much better. We were pitting, what, 5-6 seconds? 7 seconds? A couple races ago. Okay, Kugel. You're going to go on the hard compound, I think. No. We've got a 10% bonus here for soft. Let's just do the same thing. I mean, look at that. Rear wing's already 40%. Kugel into the pits. Good stop, no mistakes. Back out on track. Turn the engine up for a little while. Way off the pace now. I mean, we are now well behind after that stop of these other cars that have made a stop. All these guys on the hard compound, they're not going to last much longer. Any weather coming? Nope. Totally in the clear. Cars flying by. Bottas still leading. 16 seconds ahead of Hamilton now. He's starting to run away with this one. Only 5 seconds separating Hamilton from Vettel in third. And Ricciardo just 5 seconds off the podium. That is pretty amazing. Perez had a problem, just pit for a second time, but he still comes out 40 seconds ahead of us. So the floodgates have opened on that front, and we're absolutely out of contention. And it looks like Bottas is cruising to victory in this one, but his second stop should be coming soon. I'll go ahead and ride with him, as that's a little more interesting than what's going on in the back of the grid with Deegan and Kubel. Both of them have plenty of fuel as they're getting lapped, so they're able to kind of keep pushing engine mode-wise as it takes less. There we go, Bottas with his second stop, but he comes out still in the race lead because Hamilton had already stopped as well, and he had opened up enough of a gap to stay out ahead of Vettel. In fact, Vettel was 10 seconds behind as Vettel just pit and put on the hard compound with just 23 laps left in this race. So Vettel, Ferrari, well, mistakes, that's part of the game. That's part of the name of Ferrari. Mistake. It's like their middle name. It's tucked somewhere, not an actual middle name like a person has a middle name, but in the middle of the name Ferrari. You look really close with a microscope. In between the R's, you can see the word mistake written in there. Yep, sure can. Okay, we're at 54% on the tire wear. We're doing a lot better this time as we did not overheat them. And they're actually kind of staying right where they're at with the engine mode of the push. Deegan, though, starting to run out of fuel on the bonus fuel, though I'm sure she's about to get lapped again at some point. Where is she in relation to our race leader? He's about to lap us, so I think we're okay. By the way, between the two, we're looking at a good 40 suspension condition. This is why I was wanting to pit at some point. And Vettel is in P2, by the way, still, and 30 seconds behind Bottas. So Bottas, no reason to fear this one. And you can see that Deegan, while she continued to lose fuel, she actually is back in the positive. Why? Because, well, she got lapped again. How many times? I'm not sure now, but she's been lapped more than once. The reason why Kubel's better fuel, because Kubel is a full 45 seconds behind Deegan. So still just about 1 second per lap slower. Kubel hard on the parts. We're going to pit relatively soon, but it's still 10 laps to go, so it's going to do some wear and tear again. Worn tires. Now that they're both balanced, you can see that Kubel, who pit a couple laps later, is now a couple laps short of where Deegan is or was in that matter. Deegan getting the worn tires. Let's go ahead and pit Kubel on this next lap. And we're going to put you on a pair of Ultras to the end of the race. And then we're going to definitely fix the wing and the suspension. And, I don't know, front wing? Just fix it all. You're so far back in last place. Just have a field day. Enjoy yourself. Uh-oh. Mechanical issue. We'll see how that actually... Is this going to work out? Are we going to get everything repaired? Lap 57 now. Deacon's already down to 24%. Are you going to get back out there and fixed? A bit, anyway. Hold on, slow down. Deegan, 5 laps left, 20%. You're not in contention, so yes, we're just going to go ahead and pit you as well. It makes no difference, so just go fix everything. This is like taking that early DNF so you don't get a penalty for changing engine parts, but since that's not a feature of this, we might as well just go in, fix it all, and there we go. Deegan, yellow flag. Oh, is somebody gonna DNF finally? No, I don't see anyone off. I think we just had a conflict. Bottas just pit again, but he still came out in front. So Bottas just pit again. Had a third stop. I think the conflict was involving Bottas. There you go. Car in much better shape. Bottas still ahead, though, and pulling away now on the fresh tires in the final 2 laps. So I saw 2 cars in the pits, and one of them was Bottas, and then a midfielder of some kind. Sainz has fresh tires, so I think that's who it was. It could have been Leclerc, but I think it was Sainz. They were both in the pits, and yeah. Okay. Race finish. Bottas takes the victory. Vettel, Hamilton, Verstappen, Ricardo, Leclerc. We are still horribly off the pace, but like I said, we've cut that gap to the backfield anyway, the back markers, in half. So a full 2 seconds a lap slower to now 1 second a lap slower. It's progress. It's progress. I'll take it. But that's going to do it for this episode. I'm a Decathlon gamer, and remember, I'm aiming for the best of the best. So if you're ready to join me on my journey, hit subscribe, and tune in next time on my Road to the Record. Bye for now.